This summer, I finally gave into a feeling that had been quietly building for years. The need to walk the streets of London again, but this time with no plans, no expectations. Just a suitcase, a camera, and the hope that something would stir. And it did. I arrived on a warm July morning. Heathrow was buzzing, yet strangely quiet in its own way, almost like the city was holding its breath. The sky was unusually clear, with a soft golden haze hanging over everything. I took the Heathrow Express to Paddington, and as I stepped out onto the platform, the first thing that hit me wasn't the heat. It was the atmosphere. London doesn't welcome you with open arms. It observes you. It waits to see what kind of traveler you are. I didn't go straight to the big landmarks. Instead, I wandered. I walked aimlessly through side streets and wide avenues, letting the city introduce itself piece by piece. I passed children playing in Hyde Park, lovers lying barefoot on the grass, and older couples sharing quiet sandwiches on benches like they'd done it every Sunday for 40 years. Eventually, my feet led me to Westminster. The Big Ben, freshly restored, gleamed like polished gold in the sunlight, more majestic than I remembered from postcards. But I didn't stay long. I kept walking over bridges, down embankments, through patches of shadow and light, until I found myself crossing Tower Bridge at sunset. The view from there is almost cinematic. The Thames stretches out in both directions, reflecting the fire-orange sky, and every sound, footsteps, laughter, a far-off violin seems amplified and distant at once. I stood there longer than I should have, just breathing it in. It felt like the city was speaking, but in a language I hadn't yet learned. After crossing the bridge, I followed the river down, letting instinct guide me. That's how I ended up at Borough Market. It wasn't part of any plan, it just appeared, vibrant and alive, like a secret that the city had chosen to reveal. The smells alone were intoxicating. Spicy curries, freshly baked bread, summer fruit so ripe it practically glowed. I bought a small paper tray of fish and chips and ate it sitting on the edge of a stone fountain, surrounded by people from every corner of the world, each of us sharing the same space without a word spoken. I stayed longer than I expected. A street musician started playing an acoustic version of Bowie's Life on Mars, and for a moment, everything felt surreal. Like I was watching a scene from someone else's life, but somehow I was in it. The next morning, I visited the Tate Modern. I'd been before, but something about this visit hit differently. There was a new installation that used augmented reality to animate classical oil portraits, queens and rebels, thinkers and ghosts, brought to life through light and code. It was disorienting and brilliant, like stepping into a dream made of memory and technology. That's the thing about London. It never stops inventing itself. Just when you think you've figured it out, it shifts. One of my favorite places, though, wasn't a museum or a market. It was Primrose Hill. I climbed up there one afternoon with a coffee in hand and no intention other than to sit. From the top, you can see the whole skyline. St. Paul's, the Shard, the London Eye like pieces on a chessboard waiting for someone to make a move. Around me were people reading, picnicking, kissing, sleeping. No rush, no noise, just presence. On my last evening, something unexpected happened. I was walking through the South Bank when an older man approached me, gray hair, tweed coat, a cane with a silver fox on top. He offered me a spare ticket to the Globe Theatre. His wife had fallen ill and he didn't want it to go to waste. I accepted, and that night, I stood among strangers in the open-air yard of the Globe, watching actors deliver Shakespeare under the stars. There was something ancient about it, raw and real, with no microphones, no tricks, just the power of voice and story echoing into the night. When I walked back to my hotel, the city felt different, like it had accepted me, just a little. Not as a tourist, but as a witness. London in 2025 is not what you expect. It's greener, more conscious, more complex, but it still has that heartbeat, slow and steady, somewhere beneath the noise and the stone. You don't go to London to be entertained. You go to feel something, to get a little lost, and maybe, if you're lucky, to find a part of yourself you didn't know was missing. So if this story inspired you even a little, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Orion Studio Travels, and share it with someone who dreams of London. There's so much more to explore, and I'll see you in the next adventure.